This is Mo FibonacciWater, wanting to talk to you about the universal significance of water. Just as water exists in 3 different phases in our material world, water also operates in all 3 realms of our existence: spiritual, mental, and physical. There is literal water, and then you have the term water, a name used to describe the phenomenon and spiritual attributes of water. You have the fluid in a pregnant womb that is commonly expressed in the phrase, "My water broke." When you soak something, you say, "I'm draining the water off." And you have the ocean and sea, which surely don't only consist of water, or we could drink it without filter. The word water is also exchangeable with the words fluid, substance, and liquid. So even the word water is quite adaptable like the element itself. This is why I've chosen it to be a part of my name, due to its phenomenal nature. As observed, water is colorless. Its supreme adaptability allows it to take shape of whatever it's poured in. It can be hard as a rock, or soft as a cloud. It can be anything. It's so fluid, it can start as ice, evaporate, and come back down as a liquid. Water can defy gravity and climb up a tube through its capillary action. Spiritually, the characteristics of water is what's important. I'm summarizing, but in Genesis of the Bible, it says, "In the beginning, there was darkness, and the Spirit of God hovered over the face of the deep," or the waters. Nothing had form. Everything was formless and void. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. I think it's safe to say that one of the closest things to God on this earth is water. That void is feminine, the negative sign, and the male is positive, the plus sign. Both come together to create something tangible, such as when electrons and protons come together to create the basic unit of matter, called the atom. On each level of life, water exists on a different scale, as above in the sky, existing as atmosphere, as below in our bodies, existing as substances. Spiritually, water represents the feminine and the material-rich primordial soup in which all life comes from. Some may have never put the correlation together, but the moon has a direct effect on water, as witnessed when the tides are high during full and new moons. By nature, women are lunar, and when healthy and in tune with nature, our menstrual cycles sync up with the waxing and waning of the moon. This is one way the ancients kept track of time. Bruce Lee tells us to mentally imitate water with his famous philosophy, "Be like water." I think he's telling us to be flexible, that in order to control oneself, one must accept their self by going with the flow, without limitations and resistance to change. Mental function can be increased just by drinking water and hydrating the brain. Even the sound of water is beneficial and is used in various treatment settings and spas to relax the body and mind. It's almost as if the sound alone can wash away stress. I hope by now you are aware that physically, your body is made up from about 70% water. Water also makes up about 70% of the planet. All of your organs are surrounded and protected by water, including the brain. We are inside water, and water is inside of us. Your skin has 99% more resistance to electricity than the wet inside of your body. Electricity is one of the energies our organs operate off of. Water is high in electric conductivity, and this is why water should be in your body. The density and viscosity of the water limits or determines how subtle energies are transmitted and dispersed throughout the body. Imagine shining a laser pointer through a dirty bottle of water trying to hit a target on the other side. If the water in your body is toxic or imbalanced, the light or energy currents will be deficient or damaging and traveling to the organs. The imbalance of water, whether it's retention, extreme pH levels, or dehydration, is the secondary mechanism in most diseases. Dehydration of the body or organs can lead to arthritis, kidney stones, hormonal and metabolic disorders, diabetes, and many other illnesses that may not appear that water is the factor. Take away the fluid in your brain or spinal column, and you won't see or feel any of the reality around you. In a man, the development of the liquid essence that creates humans begins in the brain. The cerebral spinal fluid travels down his spine into his genitalia, where it meets with other secreted fluids that will eventually develop into sperm full of kinetic energy and half the instructions to make a baby. Above natural and unnatural products, water alone is the most critical detoxing agent. With its polar ionic properties, water is a universal solvent because it dissolves more substances than any other liquid. It is important to every living thing on this earth. It truly gives us something to think about. What would be the best way to manipulate or destroy a species of animal, a human race, or the entire world? By affecting its water? Possibly this is why it's illegal to collect rainwater in many states. Think about it. We have to purchase water from a store or pay for a service. Will charging us for air be next? And this is Mo FibonacciWater, here to tell you that you create your own reality and nothing is a coincidence.